Hey, so I'm just coming in. I'm going to do a quick little recap of the collective energy. So I did pull them earlier today and I did kind of make a big video, and then I thought I'm going to try and condense it down a little bit, make it a little bit less time consuming for people to watch here. So this is the next, so this will be for the next week. So the 28th until the 4th of July, or the 5th, sorry. I think that's this weekend. So let's see what's coming up for the collective energies for this first week in July here. So I have the Four Swords. So the Four Swords is kind of about rest here. We're kind of, but also too, it's almost like strategic planning I'm getting here. So swords represent the mind, the intellect. They're also can be messages as well. But I feel like here we're kind of really taking some rest, a little bit of a time out, maybe going within as well, here to really build on our foundations. Because we got the 4 here, so the 4 is like our stability, our foundations. I feel like here we might be doing some like planning or some logical thinking about the future and what we want for the future. And it looks like here we're sitting between the trees here, so we've got this wisdom that's coming in, because we've got trees are kind of that wisdom, that knowledge, and that'll come out in the cards here, because that's one of the ones that we pulled. But so we got Archangel Michael coming out here, the vision, and lapis lazuli. So my inner soul passion inspires me with vision, energy, and optimistic enthusiasm for creative possibilities. I trust that the true vision awakening from the depths of my heart attracts the perfect grace and opportunities, relationships, and information required for manifestation. I allow my highest aspirations to nourish me and urge me forward step by step with total trust and generosity and the goodness of the unknown, which is the portal through which my dreams come to life. So yeah, I feel like here we're really trying to plan and manifest, taking that time out that we need, that rest from all the mental chatter that's around, and really like going in within and what do I want? What do I envision for my future? So it looks like here we're being asked to kind of really put that out. But also too, we have like the male aspect of that. So it is like logic, planning, thinking, what we're going to do next. You know, what's this plan that's unfolding here for us? And we got Archangel Michael. So archangels come out whenever they're working, you know, with humanity as a whole. So I feel like this is kind of the global energy. But this also kind of really represents, I feel like, the Gemini energy that we are in. It's kind of aligning and synthesizing the twins, right? The ego and the higher self. And we had just entered into that, I think it was last week, the actual position of the sun and the stars. So right now we're led to believe that we're actually in Cancer, but the sun is actually just reached Gemini. We've almost slid back due to the precession of the equinoxes, and the Earth's kind of wobble. We've actually slid back in the zodiac almost a full sign. So we have Archangel Michael, and Michael is about cutting the cords that no longer serve, spiritual warrior. He carries that sword, right? And we got the 4 of Swords coming out. So there might be some things that we're being asked to like maybe cut the cords to that are no longer serving our energy, so that we can kind of fulfill this larger vision that we have for ourselves here. And then we got lapis. So lapis very connected to the third eye. I feel like there might be some third eye activations going on where some of your clairs are maybe starting to come out here as well. But also too, maybe you're seeing through some of the illusions around you, some of the stories that replay in your head as well, with that. So along with that, we've also got purpose as our soul lesson. So we've got this very crown energy. So it says, I know what I'm here to do. So I feel like here, this is something that we're being asked to kind of, this is going to be like our mantra for this week. I know what I'm here to do. And I know last time this card came out, I was getting an insane amount of epiphanies and aha moments about my purpose here. Now, also too, it's not, our purpose isn't just one thing, but this is like, what do I want my purpose to be in the world here? And I feel like really going with our hearts with that. I feel like expressing that out to the universe as well. It could be through writing, but also vocally, because we've got this very light blue in here. But it seems like there is some sort of upper chakra activations going on here. Crown, throat, third eye for this week. So it looks like you might be getting maybe opportunities, aha moments, some downloads, some knowledge and wisdom come out about, you know, your purpose here on Earth. And also manifesting that purpose as well, because we've got here, we're attracting that. So by going into this like kind of retreat stage where we can think about what we really want, and maybe plan for the future a little bit. We can also, like, we're going to start aligning and attracting the opportunities, the synchronicities, those things to us. So we're not really worrying about the how it's going to happen. It's like, what do I see? And the universe takes care of the how, and kind of will send you those signs, synchronicities, opportunities, people, situations for you to be able to fulfill, you know, some parts on your path here. We also had number 5 here, transformation with Gaia. So it looks like here we are going through a huge transformation within the earth as well, coming into this next week. And I feel like we've kind of just been seeing that in the collective. There are a lot of changes that are going on, a lot of earth changes. The earth is like, you know, as we awaken, the earth awakens. As the earth awakens, we awaken. We are one and the same. So we've got a lot of cords here, it looks like, here with this Gaia and all this interconnectedness. So it's also giving me like the Archangel Michael as well, maybe cutting some of those cords, but also the trees. Trees bringing wisdom, knowledge. I'm also getting with this card, like these 2 cards are, you know, we kind of got the same little colors going on here, I feel. So I feel like here, you know, maybe taking some time out in some sort of sanctuary that you have out in nature is really going to help you bring in maybe some of this planning or some of these ideas or some of these visions that you have for yourself, and, you know, how you'd like to move forward on that. But it says here, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. Yeah, so I feel like here you are going to be getting some like wisdom, some knowledge come out with that as well. We also had here the sacred inner space. So it says sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. So we kind of have the masculine and the feminine coming out here. You know, we've got this masculine energy here, and then we've got Gaia with the feminine energy. So I feel like here that's almost representative of like the Gemini, the twins, right? We've kind of got the ego, the lower, kind of like the ego aspect of it, of our identity, our purpose. And then we've also got like the more spiritual, because we've got spiritual understanding. So maybe collectively more spiritual understanding coming here. But also too, we've got the sacral chakra. So really connecting to, I feel like, our emotions, to our inner sanctuary, but also to an outer sanctuary. I'm getting that, what, you know, so as within, so without, as above, so below type of energy, balancing that masculine and that feminine aspect. I feel like here, because we're like, I feel like it's the 2 sides of the brain almost. It's like the logic and the intellect, the strategic planning, with the rest and the nurturing, you know, and the tenderness kind of thing, the masculine and the feminine, getting that balanced in there. So it looks like here we've got the rainbow rays too. I feel like there's some ascended master work coming here as well when I see rainbow rays, a source energy as well. But we've also got this like blooming, and I've been talking about that last week. I feel like here there is a blooming within the collective as well. And I feel like water, connecting to water, connecting to nature, but also cleansing through water as well. And I feel like here this is kind of also going inside. Like if you're not sure what you want to manifest or what you want your future to look like, because that is a hard question. That's something that I still struggle with as well. I feel like that's when you go in and you're doing a lot of soul searching, what I really want, not what like other people around you want for you. You know, what is it that I really want? And I feel like here it's like connecting to that inner sacred space, as well as connecting to that, the emotions of it too, like love, joy, what brings us love, what brings us joy, what brings us excitement, those aspects of it as well, and nurturing kind of ourselves with rest, but also to rest and like maybe contemplative rest as well, with that. So I feel like water is going to be very cleansing, drinking water, you know, cleansing through water, even calling in Archangel Michael, like to cut some of the cords maybe, that are kind of maybe keeping you entwined, with maybe energies that are no longer serving you as well. And I feel like water, bringing in the element of water with that, is really going to help. We also had the element of trust on our path. So we're being asked to trust like our guides. We're being asked to trust the process here. We've got doubts, insecurity, and patience, because yeah, you might have doubts about your purpose. You might have some insecurities about it, and patience is always one, you know, that we're calling in. It looks like here we're resting, right? There is this kind of this hammock. I feel like here here this card is very connected to the earth, and we've got the element of blue, so like the sky here, the masculine feminine energies, resting maybe within, you know, the outdoors, and that energy is really going to help us hear the messages that are coming from us, because there are messages that are coming this week, and as well as it's going to help kind of, I feel like here, maybe block out any of the noise that's around us, because when we're on our path, sometimes people can kind of project their fears into something that we want to do or tell them. So like maybe you're considering like moving, and you have people around you and you're like, this really excites me, things like that, and you have people around you who are like, oh well, you know, kind of maybe putting some doubt or some fear into the plan, like oh well, how are you gonna be able to make it work, you know, have you thought about you know, this aspect of it, or something like that. So I feel like here we're being asked to kind of trust ourselves and our own intuition here, but also trust like our guides, and that you know, we are on this journey that's unfolding for us here, and I got this, like we've got the world in the background here, so that's what I was thinking, like we have like this maybe there's like this collective vision as well, I feel like, going on underplay in here, like because we've got the world coming out, we've got Gaia here, the goddess energy coming out as well. So I feel like here there is like some very big like things happening within the earth as well. You might be getting knowledge, we might be getting knowledge too, like collectively on maybe the earth, our past, things like that coming up as well. But it looks like here, yeah, we're being asked to trust this week here, and maybe take some time out and maybe just relax. I feel like we're going to hear the messages, the things that come through for us. I like here that we have this kind of cord here that's going up to the sky, and it's very like, that's very lit. I feel like we got like this source energy coming down to us when we can kind of be in that sacred space and take that time out that we need for ourselves here. What else with that one? We had Source 29. Yeah, so I feel like here Source is kind of, this is like an alchemical marriage. So she's got like a wedding dress on here, and we've got the rainbow all around here. So I feel like Ascended Masters coming out, teachings, learnings, things like that. But also I feel like there's some sort of light body activation with that one. And also too, it's saying love, truth, ultimate resource, giving, and abundance. So I feel like here, you know, it's like, yeah, the messages are coming from source. I feel like we're tapping into source energy here, which is love, which is truth. But also too, it's saying unlimited resources. So I feel like here we're starting to attract that from our heart center. You know, when we can, it's like decide what we really want for ourselves. And it doesn't even have to be the full picture. It's just like maybe a strategic step-by-step of like how like, you know, not even like how you're going to get there, but what you actually want, and what that vision looks like for you. And then I feel like source is going to, since we're magnetically attracting it, like it's saying here in the vision, you know, the depths of my heart attracts the perfect grace, opportunities, relationship, and information required for manifestation. So I feel like you're going to start attracting that to you. Opportunities, situations, people, things, you know, are going to start attracting to you, because now you've decided this is what I really want, and this is what I'm looking to bring in from our heart space, right? So I feel like here we're tapping into that source energy with that. So we also had two here, the lion, higher calling. So it's saying here, you have within you all the courage you need, let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. Yeah, we've got the lions here. So it's like that marriage, right, of that royalty, the masculine and the feminine. You will find success and contentment by those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and for your tribe. For this one here, so it looks like here it's like really claiming, I feel like that spot, that really taking up space I'm getting here with this one. Lionesses are also like, you know, they're kind of the hunters, they will nurture their young, they're kind of like leaders of the pack there. And then we've got the masculine, that's kind of like that protective energy, that king of the savannah, that very big, courageous energy here with that. So there is a higher calling that you're being called to, I feel like here, and this is going on with our purpose as well. So you watch for stuff that comes in for that. We also had out here Archangel Gabriel, so messages of all kinds. So I feel like here, number 5, we've got a transformation again happening here, transformation and change. So it's like, I feel like here, a lot of people's upper chakras are going to be very open. So it's going to be like, you know, you can get communication from people, from like messages through music, you can get knowings. Like, I feel like the clair senses are going to be very heightened. You know, it might come from something that you see, things like that. So it's coming in, we're getting messages of all kinds come in on, you know, our purpose and what we're here to do. With that, and I feel like here we've got kind of a navigational wheel with that as well. It's like, this is kind of like our navigation, and a time that we're navigating right now. We also had the soul, kind of some lessons of accepting our destiny here. It's saying, embrace the unfolding of your journey, trust that each moment is leading you to your true path. So I feel like here there is, you know, an aspect here where you might be called to journal and kind of express out what you're really looking for. Maybe that is in some silence in the nature as well. And I feel like you might get some things come in too while you're journaling as well with that. But we've got destiny come out here, purpose, higher calling, you know, things like that. A lot of synchronicities within that as well. And trust coming out again. But also too, we had number 4444, and I always connect that to angels. We have a light body activation going on. It looks like here we are going to be triumphant though. You know, we are going to succeed as well with that. And we had, what else did we had? We had luminescence. So, you know, she's got that heart. I feel like that frequency, we're tapping into that source frequency. Also too, this might be a good thing to do within water, shower, or if you're like in a pool, or if you're out in nature swimming. I feel like in water, this might be something that we can kind of like, we're tapping into that frequency of that heart, or it's going to help cleanse, you know, some of that stuff off of us so we can tap into that. But we're really shining. So it's like, we're this light shining maybe in the darkness, and it's like attracting all these things towards us with this frequency here. We've got number 35, so we've got number 8 with that. So we've got a lot of flow, I feel like, coming in for the collective. A lot of flowing of information as well coming in. We've got the dragonflies, you know, it's giving me freedom, you know, the blooming of the lily pads here as well. So I feel like here that's very connected to the kind of the feminine aspect, the blooming that's happening within. We had solfeggio frequency, a good one to listen to, 285. So this is going to help balance out, I feel like, because this is all chakras. See how we got the rainbow here? We had a lot of rainbow coming in. So I feel like here, this is like going to help kind of maybe balance all of the chakras as well with that. So it says optimal health and well-being. So listening to solfeggio frequency 285, you can find them on YouTube or, you know, online anywhere, is really going to help put us into balance. And then we've got number 24 with that. So it's a frequency. We got number 24, so number 6. So number 6, I feel like, is going to kind of harmonize, you know, some of the chakras within our body as well. I feel like it's going to really help us connect with our spiritual, because when we're in harmony, we're in alignment, or, you know, we're connecting with the spiritual aspect as well, and bring in some peace, which it looks like here we're being asked to kind of maybe find that peace as well this week with that. So we've also got, we had a couple of other cards come out that I pulled here. So we had take a leap of faith, taking a risk. It says stepping into the beauty of the unknown. So you might be asked to take a leap. There might be some sort of opportunity that comes up. Take a leap of faith on this week. We had wisdom. We have a lot of wisdom coming out here. So, you know, going within, I feel like, is going to be a big one. But also too, there might be something come up on your path where you're reading something that's giving you some wisdom, maybe some sort of book, or maybe as well, maybe there's a book that you're working on as well too, you know, that is a download of some wisdom. That's why I was getting like journaling, but it says knowledge gained through experiences or from a wise counselor. So you might have someone come on your path, like I was saying, some sort of situations or opportunities, people coming on your path. We had confession, releasing a secret. It says pursuing virtue through honesty. So I feel like here there might be, like I was saying with Archangel Michael, he kind of comes out a spiritual warrior to help cut the cords. So maybe there's some sort of confession or a secret or something that you withheld that needs to be said in order for the energy to complete, or to, you know, release the energy from you know, maybe a loop or a cycle here with that. So then we've got a new opportunity too. It says insights gained from a new job experience or partner. So yeah, we've got opportunities coming out galore here this week as well. And then we had Serenity for the healing affirmation. See how we have all this alignment here? We've got this very green coming out, and it says, through love, release, and inner work, I know peace. Yeah, so we talked about peace quite a bit. Inner work, you know, going within, releasing as well, anything that does not serve you. I have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence. I remain brave in the face of fear and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work. Yeah, so basically like trusting the universe. I have the wisdom, I have the trust in the universe, that, you know, it is working for me, it is doing its work for us here, and what our, you know, our vision is that we're trying to manifest here in for ourselves. We also had Malachite come out as well. So it says here, Malachite, so the who needs it? The overflowing in creativity but lacking in follow through, all business, all the time set. So it looks like here, you know, if you're looking for a boost of creativity, Malachite, very connected to the heart chakra as well, so that's going to connect you with that frequency too. You know, so overflowing in creativity, so you might have a lot of ideas but you're not sure how to follow through with them. That's why we've got like this kind of strategic planning coming out here, like how, like what are the steps that I can take to kind of take me towards this vision, because we can manifest all we want, but we have to take a little bit of action towards it. Right now we're not being called to I feel like to taking action, but it's more like really getting clear on what we want, our vision, and then like strategically planning how we can kind of step towards that. And you might have maybe some sort of timeline that, you know, I would like at this point of the year to be, you know, this in, you know, my business or sales or my career or something like that as well. So it's saying here where to put it. If you're trading cryptocurrency, writing television pilots, or starting up the next tech giant, try some Malachite in your workspace. So it looks like, yeah, where we work is going to be a good one. So it says when to use it. When the concrete jungle has you disconnected from earth, beneath it. When you just got to have the money, the power, and all the glory, come at it with a heart forward, sustainable energy, courtesy of Malachite. Claim your success. Yeah, so I feel like we have that energy of the triumph and success coming out here as well with that. So I thought that I would make it a little bit shorter. I don't know how much shorter that was, but made it a little bit shorter, and I hope that, you know, this energy looks like it's going to be a huge one of like getting a lot of hints, a lot of opportunities and stuff coming through, a lot of downloads, aha moments, wisdom being gained through our purpose. We got a lot of archangel energy coming out here. So I feel like archangels, you know, they work with humanity on a whole. Archangel Gabriel is like the messenger. So I feel like here you're going to be getting messages come in through any number of ways. Communication of all kinds is saying, right? So any number of ways this week. And then we've got Michael, who's kind of here as the spiritual warrior to kind of help us, protect us, heal, but also to kind of fight a battle maybe that we have here in a situation. And I feel like too, this might be something in our own mind as well. We might be really wanting to do something, but then we have the doubts and it comes in and our mind is kind of battling each other. That's the whole themes of Gemini, is synthesis, the ego and the higher self, synthesizing that into something new, something like new, those two aspects of it. And I've been posting about that on my Facebook. So if you're interested in that, go take a look. I did post a synthesizing chart of you know, the higher self and the ego based on the 13 zodiac signs. So check that out if you're interested. And I did post some harmonizing themes earlier. So this really kind of goes, I feel like here with what the download that I was called to yesterday, trying to explain and put that together. So you'll have to let me know, but it looks like we have some very exciting energy within the collective here coming out. So, all right, thank you. Hope you have a good week.